Hello, everybody. My name is Hayden Dingman, and I am here with Brad Charkis.
Hello.
A rare treat in San Francisco, and also Adam Patrick Murray, as usual.
Little known fact, I don't like monkeys. They kind of freak me out.
Okay, well, first of all, these are apes.
Oh, whoops.
You're racist.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we are playing Ancestors, A Humankind Odyssey. It is very hard to explain what this game is, but I guess we should start with Patrice Désilets, who worked on Assassin's Creed, the original, and then had a, let's say, fraught relationship with Ubisoft in the years since, including, if you remember, Ubisoft buying his studio from THQ when they went bankrupt and then shutting down his game.
Yikes. Whoops.
So this is the game that he made after that, and it is a game about evolution. Quite literally.
Wait, like Spore?
Yes, but way more intense. So, there's not even a good way to demo this game because it's like a very meditative experience. So I have you can see I have my little ape baby on my back. And basically it's like a survival crafting game, but you are a primitive ape. So we can pick up rocks. We can hit rocks against each other.
Wait, so is this like a 2001 Space Odyssey
yeah, kind
simulator?
of. At one point I killed a warthog and I had a thigh bone, and that felt very 2001.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we can, everything is very slow paced. It really, I don't know how many hours I've played because this is the Epic Game Store and it is impossible for me to tell. But I would guess probably 10 or 15 hours so far, and a lot of it has just been doing stuff like this.
What are you doing?
I
It's a
am-
monkey using a tool.
So yes, I am using this rock to strip the bark off of this branch, and then eventually it'll be sharp. And then I can use my sharp stick to kill animals. I was telling Brad at lunch, the weird thing about this game is you start with zero knowledge. It is very not handholdy. And so when I finally sharpened a stick, and it took me 2 or 3 hours to learn how to sharpen a stick in this game. Oh Jesus, we're getting attacked. So yeah, you'll get attacked by tigers occasionally. Hit him with a rock, he runs away.
I should have hit him with that stick.
Yeah, it's not sharp yet, so we're close. There's so one of the hard things about this game is there are audio cues that tell you when you're supposed to do anything. You might be able to hear it underneath us talking. It's like a clicky noise. I can just, that little click right there is when you've done the correct amount of effort for everything. And if you can't hear them, it's very hard to play this game, but we'll do our best here. So yeah, when I finally figured out how to sharpen a stick, that was a huge day. And then I killed a warthog with 2 of these sharp sticks at one point, and that felt like the most incredible achievement in any video game ever. I feel like this game is about evolution in more ways than one. It's really I don't know. It's neat because you're learning about this world as you do stuff and actually gaining knowledge of your surroundings.
I love when games are able to tie theme into gameplay like that.
Yeah, and so so you have senses also. So right now this is our intelligence, and so we can look around the environment and all these things. I've already played, as I said, 10 or 15 hours of this, so a lot of this stuff is already stuff that we know. And you can see above it has the applications for each of these things as you discover them. So these, I don't know, grass cycads or whatever, these ferns, you can use as a sleeping area. So we could actually run over and collect them, and then you put a bunch of them together in a pile and you can build a sleep area.
From what you're saying, it feels kind of weird that it uses proper sciencey terms for that stuff.
Yeah. Instead of just
grass,
you naming yourself
green,
or it's kind of neat though, because it does feel like almost edutainment sort of stuff, like that glory days of edutainment. So we put 3 of these ferns together. We can build a bed. And then this is the other half of the game right here. We can evolve. So you can pull open. We have this big menu here. And each of these is things that as you go through, so these black ones are things that we haven't discovered yet. And then these white ones are things we've discovered, but we haven't put points into to know what they are. And then these ones are ones that We know what they'll do, and in fact, most of these I've unlocked at some point. Because what happens is, so we can, I don't know, we'll put some points into sound localization, so our hearing will be better. So this little ball of light in the middle decreases as we do that. The neuron forms. We unlock more neurons for later. And then eventually what you do is you level up your kid. And so you can choose certain ones. You might notice that these ones are like a different color than everything.
Yep.
These are ones that I've already, it's called reinforcing. You can reinforce them so that the next generation you start with those skills already unlocked, but everything else just resets to 0. And so
that's a really cool idea.
Yeah. So when you evolve, basically, so that baby on my back that I'm carrying right now is actually the next generation that I will have going forward.
Reminds me of that game Reigns.
Yeah. It's like a crazy amount of carrying forward, and you have to make sure that you have like enough kids each generation to be able to have kids the next generation, or like find there are other apes out in the world that you can recruit if you do the right thing. So like offer them food or comfort them, stuff like that.
How big is this world?
Gigantic. I like feel like I'm still so there are landmarks, which are these like diamond shaped ones. And if we look around, like this one is where we just were. The place that my base is right now is that one, this one with a leaf over here. And that would probably take us like 10 minutes or so to walk over to right now. It is enormous, to like in like kind of a daunting way.
Yeah. Like it should be to a monkey learning this stuff.
Yeah. Well, and that's, so like you start out and you have just one tiny colony and one area. I'll be honest, I killed like half my apes in the first like 10 minutes of this game because they don't explain anything. So we have like this, you might see at the middle bottom of the screen, there's like a circle with a green, a yellow, and a red ring.
It's like grip meter.
It's your like stamina meter, and so the green is like everything's good, and so if I rest here for a second, that'll fill back up. And then the red is like your life expectancy, and so as you get older, the maximum amount of stamina you have goes down and down. But that life expectancy ring also decreases if you like get grievously injured. So if a tiger actually gets through to you, like you don't know how to attack at the beginning of the game. And so that tiger, if he had like jumped at you, all you can do is dodge. And if you miss time to dodge, he'll strike you. And you'll end up with just like a bleeding wound. And if you don't know how to patch yourself up, you'll just like slowly lose life expectancy until you die.
This game was not on my radar, but this sounds like extremely my jam.
Yeah, it's like very, it's really neat. I have a feeling it's gonna be very divisive because it's like very slow. Everything is very hard. Like I have had multiple times where I was like, maybe I should just restart. And so far I haven't. And I'm just trying to like push it as far as I can, but like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this game with this clan of apes because so many of them died at the beginning that like having enough kids to make my next generation last every time seems like almost impossible.
But you're only controlling one at a time, right?
Yeah,
Directly?
and so then you have like a bunch more back at base, and I'm slowly kind of heading back there. I climbed up here to sort of give you an idea of like this is just part of the world that we can see right now. It's bigger even than this, and so yeah, like the and we can you can sort of swing from trees. I don't think we have any around, but we're gonna get hurt. So we have broken our leg, and so our maximum stamina is down. Luckily, we know. I know how to fix a broken leg. Oh, we have some monkeys around here actually, or some apes. So, but yeah, there are like plants that you discover can heal broken bones, stuff like that. Otherwise, you just kind of have to sleep it off. And you can see there's like in the bottom left we have a effects meter.
So if you go back to home base with the other apes, can you say, okay, I want to control that one over there? Yeah, you can
control different ones. You can also you can set up like mating pairs so that you can make sure you have kids in the future. You can also, once you've leveled up your communication skills or like increase your communication skills, you can have all of them follow you. So you can actually like, we have a certain base and it's back at like the start right now because when you there's a third level of evolution where you basically skip forward multiple thousands of years at once. And that comes like later in the game. So I've done that once already. I've skipped forward like 1 million years in one go.
Wow.
So we're actually at the second stage of human evolution in this. But yeah, when I did that, it reset my base back to the start basically. But you can also tell everybody to like, hey, follow me, and we're all gonna leave and go to a new base. Oh no,
What
fell
doing?
further than I thought. I'm trying to make it back to home. So the problem with home where we are right now is it's up these like massive cliffs.
And you have a broken leg.
And
now.
I have a broken leg, so I'm moving very slowly.
So how long is one ape's lifetime?
So at the beginning, I was lasting like 20 minutes at a time, and it was I was just burning through apes. Now I've gotten to a point where I can pretty much like go an entire day playing this with just the same guy.
Okay.
So like this is a young ape that we're playing right now, and his like maximum is all the way full. And if you're careful about managing that, he'll last for a long time. The problem is like trying to balance. You can only reinforce so many skills for each generation. So there comes a point where it's like probably more time effective to just move on to the next generation and reset all your skills, and then start teaching the next generation. You just have to make sure you have enough apes to go around and like to have enough kids for the next generation.
So are those skills for your whole clan, or are they per ape?
They're for your whole, like whichever ape you're controlling per generation has the same skills. They just reset when you change to the next generation.
Well, the next generation being, so if you change anything in that menu or pick those ones, does it affect the baby that's on your back or the next baby that's born?
Sorry, what was that? I was fighting off this tiger.
Sorry. The when you go into the menu and you say, okay, I want to reinforce this to pass it down, are you passing it down to the baby on your back or the next one that's born?
No, onto the one the baby on your back. That baby will grow up to be your next adult, and he or she will start with those skills already unlocked.
Got it.
So they'll have an easier time next time. Like, I'll have to check when we get in, but like some of the ones I've reinforced already are like you can tell your clan members to automatically dodge enemies, because like early on you'll like tell all your ape friends to follow you, and then a tiger attack will happen like that, and they'll just like get mauled, and then you have to like go hunt down stuff to fix their bleeding because they can't do it because they're dumb. And so there's a lot of that, like there's a lot of quality of life stuff in those menus of like, oh, your clan members will automatically defend themselves, or your clan members will automatically mimic your actions. Like you can tell them to like eat this food or something like that. But then a lot of them just apply to whichever one you're playing at the moment. So like we can, when we don't have a broken leg, stand up and walk on 2 feet for a bit. That was one of the ones that I think I reinforced at one point. There's also like a bunch that relate to construction, like using fewer materials for those construction attempts. Also using tools more effectively, stuff like that.
So is the end game playing a human?
I think so, but like I'm honestly not sure. This game is like I feel like for the longest time, like we would see this game in shows, like we only saw trailers. I've never played this game before we got code for review, and I feel like the question every time we saw a trailer at like Gamescom last year or whatever was just like, what is this game? Because we would just see like a bunch of apes running around, like going crazy, jumping off of treetops, all that stuff, and there wasn't really any indication of like what you would do in the game. And now I start playing, and honestly, it just feels still really weird and surprising in a lot of ways. So now we're back at our base. We have all of our other ape buddies here.
And they're just chilling.
Yep. We have like two more babies that are chilling somewhere over here.
So you don't have any sort of form of language right now to
no,
communicate with them?
I have grunting, so I can they'll all answer me. But that's pretty much it. I built these fences. That was a real big day.
Ooh.
You can use branches to build some fences.
Fancy.
I got 2 more babies waiting for me over here.
On the other side of the fence.
Yeah, by accident. So that's one thing. So I just learned like 20 minutes before coming to the office that you can have 2 babies piggybacking you at the same time. And so I'm wondering if that'll speed up how much stuff I get, how much like skill point stuff I get every time, which would be exciting. Yeah, it's just a very dense game, and I don't really know where it's going, and I kind of don't want to know. Like, we got a reviewer's guide, and I almost was like, oh, we should check, I should check, like, what is the most effective way to play this game, but I feel like that kind of ruins it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you really lose those moments like that killing the warthog, where it was just, like, so satisfying to finally do, to finally pull that off. You kind of lose that. So we also have I should mention there like mutations that happen, and so we have one here. We get more energy per food portion, and those just arise as you have kids, and then if those kids have kids and they become your like dominant lineage, that gets like folded into your skill tree, and they have skills that come off of those also. So
can the mutations be bad as well?
I haven't seen any yet, but
so that's
like,
a good thing.
Yeah, I assume possibly, but it's neat because like there are some really beneficial ones on there. Like this, if we unlock this, we can be shielded against poisoning and injury for a longer period by eating certain foods. Yeah, there's just a lot of neat stuff in here. And so, yeah, as I said, I was like, I have prioritized things that keep my clan alive because my clan is so small. But there's
I would
a lot
not
to
be
do.
surprised if, from the way you're describing it, they expect that to be the case for a large
yeah, so like
proportion of people.
the advanced version, so there's like, I played on the normal difficulty, which is you start with like 6 apes in your clan or whatever, and I think 2 babies. But the advanced difficulty is just you start on your own and you just have to like build a clan by yourself, which seems wild. Like, I can't even imagine. But yeah, so like this will fix our broken leg here in a second.
Oh, easy.
There's so like certain plants have certain capabilities. Oh, I forgot to mention we can also, so I showed off the intelligence, which is like one way of identifying things, but you also have a smelling button, so we can smell, especially like food tends to be on that one, and then you can also listen. So I think there's a baby over there. I'm not really sure what else we'll see in the listening one. That tends to be more niche, but yeah,
I am
it's wild.
Very interested in this game.
Yeah, it took me by surprise. I thought that this would be kind of the yeah, I'll play Ancestors, but who knows?
Well, I gotta ask because people usually wonder how's the performance on your rig at home.
It's been fine. Some of it is janky. Like I think this is still a pretty small team that made this game, and it shows in some ways. Like, some of these animations are a bit weird and wonky. Like, he's gonna go through that ape on the way to us. So there's some stuff
Perfect timing.
like that that's weird. Also, I think that they might tone down the tiger attacks after the game actually comes out, because right now it is constant. This thing is just always mad.
That's what I was about to ask. Does it just show up?
Yeah, I think they're like simulated in the world, so they come in, but they're like just always showing up. Everywhere I go, I feel like I'm fighting tigers, which seems a little excessive maybe. But who knows? Maybe I just need to defend myself better. Maybe there's a
Can they wreck your clan?
They have killed multiple apes of mine, so yeah. And yeah, you as I said, you have to like go through and patch up any of the ones that get hurt. So we have a pregnant ape there. This one has a broken bone, or actually protection against broken bones right now from something they ate. This is my mom, or my dad actually.
Coupled with
So yeah, there's just a lot to uncover. I really like, as I said, there's not a great way to demo it because so much of it is just so time consuming. Like, I showed you how to make the bed earlier, but like even the like making a fence is like a complicated. Oh, I've got a leaf in my hand still. You have to like upgrade like carrying 2 objects at the same time, stuff like that. We're also very sleepy right now, which is why we're getting some.
Oh, that's what that is. I was
Yeah.
wondering why it kept going to black.
So yeah, you have to like move things into your left hand in order to alter them. You have to move things into your right hand in order to drop them. It's like a very complicated control setup that you eventually get used to, but it takes a while.
And you said on keyboard and mouse, it's not as
yeah,
intuitive.
it's almost impossible, especially like the swinging through the trees and stuff. And there's a lot of stuff that I think that they could tell you better. So for instance, you can swing in the leaves, but you have to like go. They have a whole extensive help menu here.
Ooh.
And I've actually had to like go in and read this stuff because there's stuff that so like the construction thing that like making a pile of resources and then turning them into a fence or a bed or whatever. It was just like never explained to me at any point in this game. And so I didn't understand that was a thing until probably like 7 hours in. I was looking through a menu and was like, oh, okay. Like that's an important thing to know.
I kind of like that. It plays into the whole evolution and you're finding the world thing, but
Yeah.
having it in a menu.
Yeah, having it in a
negates
menu
that.
kind of defeats the purpose. And same with like, so you can swing through, so he'll automatically grab onto like branches and trunks of trees, but you can also swing through leaves. You have to hold down the A button to like catch it, and they don't tell you that. And so I just had no idea that existed until so far into the game.
And
it
there's no
seems
like
a
a
weird thing.
on-screen prompt either.
No, there's like nothing. So, which I like that. It's just also kind of weird. So,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, this is Ancestors. I think it's really neat. I don't know.
What's the price on this?
Oh, you know, Adam. I would honestly, I'm guessing this is a full price game. This is
It feels like a full price game.
yeah, I'm trying to remember who published this. I think it's a private division. It's the 2K, like 2K's indie label, the one that is also publishing
Kerbal.
Outer Wilds. Oh, that python just killed that pig.
Oh yeah, actually it's $40
Oh,
US
cool.
dollars.
Then it is definitely, I would say, worth that because, yeah, it's really neat. It's one of those games that is just very experimental in a fun way. Also, there's a baby chilling behind me, and I don't know why that baby's there. So I think we can take that baby back to our clan, maybe.
Can you eat the baby?
Yeah, I think this baby is just left on its own. So.
OG, it's the OG
Family-related.
baby.
Yeah, it's the OG baby. So yeah, that's Ancestors. I think it's
Cool.
really neat.
Well, we should quit monkeying around. you
Yeah,
know?
very. Jeez, God. Yeah, after that, we should definitely. So
Sorry, I
yeah.
had to.
Anyways, $40, as Adam said. And thanks, Adam, for joining me, and thanks, Brad, for joining me.
No problem.
And yeah, I hope that you.
That's a big ass snake.
Yeah, you can steal his eggs and eat them, and then throw up because you are not adapted to eat eggs. It's just a wild game, guys. So, yeah, thanks, and
Sweet.
we will see you back here soon.